Hi, folks. Rob Schenck here, your missionary to Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. I happen to be at the Seattle airport right now on my way back east because, as you know, back home, our team is already gearing up for what will likely be the most momentous Supreme Court decision since Roe v. Wade. Tomorrow, the court is expected to hand down its opinions in the president's health insurance initiative, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. Uh, this forced insurance scheme will require that many Americans, like myself and you, uh, compromise our most deeply held convictions on the sanctity of human life, on the traditions and mores that we hold to as Christian people. It's a violation of the separation of church and state because it dictates to Christian organizations, ministries, church run healthcare programs, and so forth, that their employees participate in an insurance scheme that, among other things, pays for abortifacient drugs, perhaps for abortion itself. There's a lot of complicated sophistry, tricky language in this act. Now, let me qualify this by saying that I am very concerned about the people who do not have access to health care or who can't afford it. And that's important because Jesus said the second great commandment is to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. He said it's like the first one, loving God. These are of equal value to one another. So loving our neighbor means caring about their well-being, and we are deeply concerned about that as a ministry. But you can't solve that problem by forcing people to compromise their most treasured beliefs and practices. And that's what this law does. So we're hopeful that the court will strike it down as unconstitutional, as a violation of religious liberty and of the right of conscience, which are both God given and protected in the Constitution of the United States. So uh, we're watching for that. I will be at the court in the morning, leading in prayer, speaking prophetically, delivering a biblical message to our country regarding this before the decision is made, or the handed down rather, and I will be in the courtroom when the opinion is read by the justices. I will then lead in prayer afterwards and comment from the front steps of the Supreme Court. But just as we're getting ready for this, and our team has been doing so all week long, they have been in vigil, in prayer, speaking prophetically at the court this whole week while I've been away. Now I'm speeding back because we will be there again in force tomorrow morning. But as we're gearing up for this, we get sucker punched from hell, and I mean that. I can only describe it as a satanic assault against our ministry. And look at how wickedly ironic it is. Our accountant called me yesterday to say the ministry has run out of money, is completely broke, has no funds available. We cannot even pay the insurance premiums for our own employees. Now, I've always taken very good care of our team members. They work for pennies on the dollar of what they could make in the secular world. They are very dedicated, and we take good care of them. And one of the things we do is we provide them with private health insurance. But imagine this, on a day we're going to speak prophetically against government tyranny in the form of a health insurance scheme, we can't even take care of our own team members' health insurance policies. That can only be described as demonic. It is a satanic mockery of what we are doing. And just like the great reformer Martin Luther took his beer stein and threw it at the devil when he was under demonic assault, that's what I want to do now. I don't own a beer stein. So I don't know what I'm going to throw. I'm going to throw anything I have at hand in the devil's face, because as he's cackling in mawkish laughter at us, we're going to laugh back at him tomorrow morning in front of the Supreme Court. But we can do that only when we stand together with you, our extended missionary partners. So I'm asking you to go to our website right now at faithandaction.org. You've been there before, www.faithandaction.org. Press the Donate Now button and send your most generous gift. And together we will stand in strength against the wiles of Satan in front of the Supreme Court. We will declare God's truth and cry out to heaven, regardless of what the decision of the court is. They may strike down the law entirely, which we believe is the right thing to do. They may dismantle it piece by piece, or they may uphold it. Whatever they do, we will still speak out God's word to the conscience of the nation and work in every way we can to make sure that religious liberty and right of conscience is preserved in America. So thank you for standing with us. Watch tomorrow. I'll be reporting right from the scene. Watch at our website, and thank you, and may God bless and reward you for your generosity to his work in this desperate hour.